Hi, let us download the Wine dataset from the UCI repository and make it ready for machine learning algorithm. Right. So on Google, you type UCI machine learning repository. So you'll be taken to this website archive.ics.uci.edu. Click on it. You'll be given with the home page where you can see different division stating. See this on to your right, you can see the most popular data sets. Popularity in the sense of number of hits, that is downloads, happened till now since its inception. Iris is the most popular data set, followed by adult, followed by wine. Okay, so in the middle you can see the newest data sets that got added. So if you want to work on very recent data set, you can refer to this part, and whatever messages have been given by the researchers or the contributors will be given on the left hand side. If you already know the domain on which you are in search of the data set, you can give it here. Suppose wine is that, you can give, and you can search either in the repository or in the web. Okay, now that wine is already listed in the most popular data set, and hence I am going to click on it. You can see any data set homepage will look like this. You will get a data folder which contains the actual data, and a complete description about it will be given in the data set description. Looking at the common characteristics that is provided here, you can see how many number of instances. These instances refer to the number of rows or the entities or the experiences from where the data has been recorded, and the attribute characteristics refer to the type of data that is there available in the data set. So it contains both integer as well as real numbers. So it's more useful when you are in need to select the algorithms. The number of attributes, that is the features or the columns that is available, is 13. The date donated. So what type of a task that you can do, it is classification. It's clearly written because it depends on the data that is available. So is there any missing value? Actually it is no. So the data set is complete, that you can see. The number of web hits, that is the number of downloads that has happened, is given over here. And if you scroll down, you can see the dataset information, which contains the list of all attributes that is given, and you can see the authors or the papers which has got published using this dataset on the same page. Okay, now if you go to the data folder, you can see the list of all files that are available. Normally the data files will be available with extension .data or .csv, sometimes with Excel or XLSS. Okay, so just you have to click on it and then you have to save. That's all. After saving, you go to Excel file, click on open dialog box, choose. Normally in an Excel only .xlsx and then the CSV files will be visible. Just you have to type star on the file name part. We will be given with all the files. Okay, from there you just try to download the data file wine.data. Okay, so actually it is, the file will look like this, that is, it is all sequence of values separated by comma. Now our duty is to separate it into columns, right? So click on next. It will ask you on what basis the data needs to be separated. We know that it's comma, so you yourself can check this at this point itself. All the columns will get segregated. Go to next, click on finish. You can see the data set of this kind. Okay, so now that we don't have headers over here, and if you look at, we were told that in there are only 13 attributes, but altogether it is 14 now. Okay, so what does it mean? The first column refers to the output column. Okay, so it refers to the output class, and the rest of all 13 attributes is what we were talking about, the features or the attributes. Okay, so having done that, now let us see how to upload it into a data frame. Okay, as usual, import pandas as PD, and we are using read CSV, the file name. And since we don't have header, I am giving header is equal to none. I am just printing a few rows to make it better understand whether the data has been downloaded clearly or not. Okay, you can see the data has been downloaded. That's fine now. So once done this, our next work is to attach the headers. Okay, because the headers are more important for us to make a better understanding. So in order to do that, I just have followed a different approach. That's what I think will be useful for you. Actually, in the dataset folder, if you look at, there is no specific header file. So I just have copied all the attributes from the home page of the dataset and I have copied onto an Excel sheet. Okay. Now what? Just follow me. I'm going to retrieve the text from here. I don't want 1, 2, 3. This in numbering I don't want, and hence I'm going to remove it. Okay. How to remove? There is one function called mid in Excel. So what is the text? This is the text I'm going to do. Okay, then from which index I have to start? I have to skip one, that right bracket, and then the space. So which indexed with 0, 1, and then 2, and I have to start with 3. Okay, until what is the length I have to move on? So till the length of the same text. Okay, so if you click on, you can see the word will get created from here. Okay, here the problem is that actually there are 2-digit numbers and hence it should not start with 3, it should start with 4. Okay, this we have to manually do, we have no other way, just you have to execute. That's it, we have done. Okay, now copy all the values that we have computed and paste it on the first column, paste it as values. Okay, so that if you click, the formula should not appear, rather the text should appear. Okay, now the second column is not required, you can delete, and now store this file with a name and an extension. You can either store it as a CSV file or as an Excel file. I am storing it as an Excel file so that we can see how it could also be opened. Okay, now initially we have seen how to create a data frame from your data, that is wine data set. Now that we already have got all the header names attached, now the next process is to make all the headers to appear as a list so that we can attach it to the data frame. Okay, now what we did is df3 is pd.readexcelof. In order to read an Excel file, you have to use the command readexcelof. So I'm storing in the desktop. So this also doesn't have an header, and hence header is equal to none. Okay. So just you can execute this. I'll just execute and show you what this print command gives us. Okay, you can see all the values that is stored there is getting printed. Okay. Okay. So after created this wine underscore names dot excel file, now we are going to create a list out of the attributes that are stored there. So what I did is I just have used the command called read excel to open up a Excel file. So I stored the file in desktop. So this file also doesn't have a header, and hence header is equal to none, right? So now if you look at this file, actually it has 13 attributes, but in the actual CSV file we have 14 because the first column is indexed with an output column which we call it as a class. So in order to maintain that, we are creating a temporary list with the first attribute to be class, and our duty is to attach all other attributes. Okay, so in this file to there, so this file is already stored in the data frame df3. So df3, the first column, see. Okay, so if df3 is getting opened, this is column indexed with 0. So how to identify this alcohol? It is column number 0 and row number is also 0, and this is accessed by row number 1, column number 0 likewise. Okay, and hence what we did is we are going to append the data whichever we are reading to this value, and then we are printing this temporary list. Okay, so once getting printed, you can see all the column names or the attributes are getting attached to the list. Now df1 dot columns is equal to temp. Dot columns refers to the headers, and hence it will create a header. Okay, so finally if you print the data frame df1, you can see the difference. Okay, so before attaching the header, the headers were indexed with 0 to 13 by default, but here now all the headers are linked with the corresponding name. Okay, so now the data So let us see two more small so I'll copy the same statement df3. So now we'll create another data frame df4. Now I'll print header, or else print df4. Since it has only 13 attributes, we'll print as such. You see how many data get printed? It is 13, named 0 to 1. Right. Now suppose I don't want these two, like the first two rows. How can you give? You can use skip rows. There are several attributes which you can Google and check what for whatever is available. Skip rows. If I give 0 comma 1, okay, suppose if I execute, you can see how many attributes are there. It's only 0 to 10, which is 11. Okay, it's not necessary to give continuous list also. Suppose if I don't want 0 comma 3, that is also possible. Only those values will go. Okay, so like this is the use of skip rows. Similarly, you can restrict on the number of columns that you are using. For example, well, let us take the wine data set .csv. You can see only those values will be retrieved. Similarly, if you want to miss out only the first row, you can start with 1 and you can use till 30. So now that all the data are downloaded and it's ready for processing. Okay, thank you.